Good morning, everyone. um, Welcome to the last video of the current trading week. It's Friday today. As said in my video yesterday, this week wasn't really a so much of movement, you can say, for me, unless you scalp and you trade very small time frames. Then majority of the time you're gonna get quite a lot of movement, but for me it wasn't very conducive, and that was obviously due to the setup, right? Basically this week was about counter trend trading, basically. And as you know, counter trend trading, it doesn't really move as quick as trading with the trend, right? Because if you're in a downtrend, when you sell hard. If you're in an uptrend, when it buys quite hard, right? So you're trying to buy basically in a downtrend, and it does get there. It just takes some time, or you don't really get as much movement as if you were moving with the trend, right? But nevertheless, let's just kick off with yesterday's outview and just see what happened here. Because if you can note, yesterday I basically said that I'm waiting for the dollar to break above this key previous resistance, right, and do some sort of retest or something. We did get a little bit of movement. If you can see the 1 hour time frame, so price bounced around this zone, kind of broke above but not completely, and now you can see as the morning is starting, it's currently playing above, right? So if you noted my video from yesterday, I said that if the dollar does break above the zone, I will be then looking for bullish, or rather counter bullish USD setups, meaning I'm looking for Euro USD shorts, I'm looking for USD JPY longs, I'm looking for gold shorts, and I'm looking for USD Swiss longs, right? So we broke above, but not really in a way that is like convincing, right? But then nevertheless, price is above previous resistance, right? So because of that, I ended up catching a trade on USD Swiss. Not really my type of trade. I'm more of a 1:2 or 1:3 type swing trader, but I managed to get a 1:1, and basically just want to break it down for you. So I just noted that, yesterday Asian session high was around here. And if you note in my last video, I said that if price can break above Asian high, give some sort of retest, then we'll be interested in getting a smaller time long trade, right? So price broke above, gave some sort of retest, and then continued to the upside. So I managed to close this out at 1:1, and you can see my TP was at previous resistance. And the reason for that was because the dollar was not really moving so much, right? If the dollar was more convincing, I would have held on to this more about this zone right here, which this would have been about a 1:2 or 1:1.86, right? Okay, so let's just close all this, because this was yesterday's news. All right. So currently, if you can see that most USD pairs are going to be ranging, right? You can see this USD Swiss, this is almost like a range. So for today, not really interested in USD Swiss. As I said, this is more like counter trend trading, right? Just want to give a little bit of focus. Let's check gold. So gold from yesterday, if you can remember, I said that we had this bearish impulse to the downside, followed by this potentially continuation correction, and was expecting the price to find its way to about here before looking for a short entry, and the price is just not moving, right? So that's also a good indication for short sellers, because if this was really a bullish market, we would be getting much more push to the upside, and just kind of lagging, right? So for gold this week, I wouldn't say anything is gonna happen anytime soon. And also it's Friday today, so it's not really a good time to go hard or anything like that, especially if there's no setup present, right? Okay, UJ, yesterday I spoke about this. I said that UJ was currently at the neckline, right? and it's shot to the upside. You could call this a retest if you want. I more look at this as forming a correction structure. And if you can look, so now I'm basically expecting UJ to kind of give us some sort of or form some sort of correction, right? And I speak about this a lot, that price swings point to point, and if this is 0.1, then this is 0.2, this is potentially 0.3, potentially looking for the third to fourth swing point, right? And if I can just extend this, you can see that this is potentially a correction wedge that is forming, right? But for myself, I would not be looking to short this as it's Friday. Mostly on Friday things get kind of crazy, and I'll just wait for next week and see how this plays out. Okay, Euro USD, as you can see by my blue pot tool that I projected, I'm waiting for the price to break below this key structure, right, before I'm convinced to take any short trades. As you can see, price is kind of in a small time frame downtrend, but it's not really it's not really strong, meaning the price is not breaking. It's more like just dragging its feet and stuff like that. So if you got in a short trade around here, probably like trend trading, smaller time frames, you would be in, right? But for me, I'm not really interested in catching these small moves. I want the big moves so that I can add on trades whenever my trade is going right? So once again, Euro USD, waiting for the potential third to fourth swing point to enter any short positions. US 30, as I noted, prices at previous resistance, also at previous trend, but the price was more bullish, so would only really be interested in a short trade if we can break below lows, which we have not, and now we are forming some sort of wedge correction structure, right? So it's going to be interesting to see if next week the price doesn't break down to give us some sort of larger time frame head and shoulder formation, which can then continue to the upside and basically go back into the initial uptrend that it was currently in from the daily chart, right? As you can see, US 30 was in a major uptrend, right? And that's all from me. So just once again, touch on a dollar. For me, I am above my key resistance, but still in this overall downtrend. But as I said, I'm looking at this as a larger potential third to fourth swing point. So I'm actually expecting the dollar to break out of this and form some sort of structure to continue to the upside, right?